bruh, what's going on? I mean, everything is not working right now when it comes to CPUs and a lot of GPUs. So we all know what happened with the Microsoft thing. Microsoft, what was it, like two, three generations of chips were just burning themselves out ultimately because ultimately it turned out Microsoft just didn't build the chips right. So nobody's touching the Microsoft chips. Everyone's staying away from Microsoft. And then all of a sudden something's happening with the Nvidia chips. Well, not the chips, but the things attached to them on the card. And now AMD is having some difficult times with CPUs primarily attached to ASUS motherboards. Guys, what's going on here? I mean, something's changed. Something has definitely changed since before COVID. And I have no idea what it is. I mean, let's face it. So Microsoft was the first one to screw up here. Microsoft has screwed up big before, like with the original Xbox. Basically, if you overplayed it any more than the average individual, if you played your Xbox more than the average individual, the thing was going to screw up. And I had never heard of a screw up that big since PlayStation, the original PlayStation. The worm screw gear that would move the lens up and down was originally made of plastic, which make it screw up. How the heck could you do that, Sony? How could you do that? Anyways, yeah, so Microsoft screwed up next with their Xbox 360. And wait, did the original Xbox? No, it was the Xbox 360 that had the problem. And then it had multiple problems. But anyways, that was a while ago. We would have thought we would have been past that stuff now. But just recently, we have multiple issues. Not just one at a time. Yeah, so we got the Microsoft chip thing. And then we have the Nvidia. Nvidia's having so many problems with their new cards. Oh man, they're burning out their particular chips. I keep wanting to say BDSM for some reason. There's particular chips that are just being burnt out, and people are being asked to roll back to December drivers. And also that article that I just read about the AMD chips blowing out particularly in ASUS motherboards. But a lot of people are saying, no, 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 mon ami. What's going on here? What's going on? Okay, so I'm just throwing stuff at the wall here. But now I'm wondering, could it be like a capacitor issue? I learned recently that Russian supercomputers and regular computers were difficult to create because the quality of the steel and materials put into it that came from Mother Russia wasn't exactly the best quality, because when they were asked to take stuff out of the mine, they weren't asked about like or not to take it out of the mine to smelt it and send it off. They were asked for X amount of. They didn't say what quality or any of that stuff, and no shade, not casting any shade. Holy heck, they did really good at what they had, but yeah. Anyways, we had a capacitor issue. It was in Asia. There was an individual or a group of individuals who stole a formula for electrolytic capacitors. They didn't steal all the information. There was information missing. And this guy copied off that guy, and that guy copied off that guy, and because of this, there's so many transistors that just pop on systems. And because of that, we have a decade's worth of systems that just don't work. All I know for sure is quality's really falling off in all the tech centers. Oh no. Okay, just final thought. I sent an email to myself, let's say that, talking about how concerned they were about the industries, certain industries, making things more poor and more poor quality until they basically just managed to make it past the warranty because that's all they're reliable for. It can't be all. That can't be all industry now, can it? No. No. Anyways, just thought. Just thoughts. Geez, what if they were putting a lifespan on these things? What if they were putting a lifespan on these things so that they were supposed to die at a certain point, but then the individuals that were using them were using them more than they were expected to. They were expected to use them to a certain level within an air-conditioned room, perhaps, but instead they were put on a carpet or a not air-conditioned room. So many questions. What is going on? Anyways, thanks for listening to me, folks. Have a good one. Take care of each other.